Theme, the search for meaning. What is a theme? Theme is a life lesson, meaning, moral, or message about life or human nature that is communicated by a literary work. In other words, or in simple terms, theme is what the story teaches readers. There are some things to remember about themes. First, a theme is not a word. It is not just one word, but it is written as a complete sentence. You don't have to agree with the theme to identify it. Here are some examples of themes. Notice how I'm not going to give you one word, but I'm going to give you sentences. The first example, money can't buy happiness. If we had written it as just one word, we could have chosen money or happiness, but that would not have been a theme. Our theme is written as one complete sentence. Here's another example. Don't judge people based on the surface. And a third example, it is better to die free than live under tyranny. What is the theme? I am going to read the passage, and while I am reading, I would like for you to think of what you think is a theme for this passage. Jenny Pocovia was so excited. She had a pack of Starbursts in her lunch, and she had been looking forward to eating them all morning. Lunch finally came, and Jenny sat down to eat her Starburst when her friend Judy sat next to her. "Let me get the pink ones," asked Judy. Jenny liked the pink ones best, but she thought Judy was funny, and Jenny wanted Judy to like her. So Jenny gave Judy all of her pink Starbursts. Before Jenny was done giving Judy the pink ones, Carrie sat on the other side of Jenny. "Let me get the red and the orange ones, Jenny. Remember when I gave you that Snickers?" Jenny didn't remember that, though she did remember when Carrie ate a whole Snickers in front of her. But Jenny thought Carrie was cool, so she gave her the red and the orange Starbursts. Now that she only had the yellow ones, Jenny wasn't so excited about eating Starbursts anymore. I want you to think about some of the words or the topic of this passage. And once you've thought of maybe the topic, see if you can think of a complete sentence that describes the lesson or moral of this passage. Now, here are some example answers. Each one will be written in a complete sentence. The first one, you can't buy friends. So even though Jenny gave away all of her favorite Starbursts, were these girls really her friends? Probably not. The second example, you have to take care of yourself. Jenny was very excited about her pack of Starbursts. However, she gave all the ones away that she really wanted to eat. She could have just kept them for herself. And the last example, not everybody is your friend. And I would hope that Jenny learned that after she gave away her pink, orange, and red starbursts. Identifying themes. When you are selecting or looking for a theme of a story, these are some things to remember. Themes are not explicit. Explicit means clearly or directly stated. So the author will not come out and tell you the theme of the story. Instead, themes are implied. So you use the information given to you from the author and you infer what the theme of the story is. And last, themes are bigger than the story. So your theme is going to be something, a lesson that you can take from one story and apply it to real life. So here's a picture of what I mean. So you have your small world or your setting in the story, and you take that message or that lesson and it applies anywhere in real life. So the small world of the story can be applied to the big world of the theme, applies to the real world. It is important to remember that themes are about the big picture. So not just the characters in a story, not just the events that happen in a particular story, but think about the big picture. So the theme would not be yellow starburst tastes bad. The theme would not be Judy and Carrie are bad friends, because these are only characters or things related to one story. So you must think bigger. Think about real world advice. So let's review. There are 3 things I want you to remember. 1, theme is what we can learn from a story, something that we can take and apply it to our own lives. 2, themes must be inferred. The author does not directly or clearly tell you the theme of his or her story. And 3, themes are about the big world, not just the setting of the story. So now we're going to practice. I have prepared 3 stories or 3 passages for you. You're going to read each passage or each story. I want you to, 1, write what you think the theme is. So remember, you're not going to have one word. So think about the topic and see if you can apply a lesson to that topic. And then I want you to write another sentence explaining what happens in the story that leads you to believe this. So remember, you're thinking, how does the small world of the story connect to the big world theme?